We are the state of Arizona's statewide economic development entity, and we are here to help businesses grow and thrive. So we work to make Arizona the premier global destination for business and innovation that helps to grow our economy and create opportunities for everyone. We have a three-pronged approach that we work on to help drive this, and that is to attract new businesses to Arizona, to help businesses already in Arizona expand, and to help create new businesses through innovation and incubation. Next slide, please. So I won't go through all of these, but this is just a little sample of some of the services that we have to offer for companies interested in doing business. We work hand in hand with industry to facilitate workforce, to help you locate in Arizona, to help highlight what work you're doing, to help you get connected with supply chains, with partners, with universities. We also help to support you financially through financial assistance programs and incentive programs, as well as getting you connected with key stakeholders across the state. Very relevant to this discussion, we work closely with our university partners to get you networked in and connected with the right folks. We also have a number of innovation support programs that we're very excited to work with you on. For our next slide, please. And this is just an example of some of the success that we've had over the past few years. Arizona has really been booming in the past few years in many, many high-tech industries, the landmark being semiconductors, but really across the spectrum. And you can see on the right some of the medical technology companies that we have been very proud to support entering Arizona, including several major Israeli companies that we've worked very closely on to support coming to Arizona. Next slide. And I want to mention that Arizona is global. We have offices in 5 countries right now, with many more to come. Most critically, we have an office in Tel Aviv, Israel. We have a full-time staff member based in Tel Aviv who is ready and willing to support you in whatever you need. We use our offices to build bilateral trade relationship between those countries, support companies in those countries interested in doing business in Arizona, and just being an on-the-ground resource to you to provide whatever support you might need to answer any questions you have. So after this conversation, I'm looking forward to getting everyone connected with our office in Tel Aviv. Next slide. With that, I'll turn it over to the rest of my presenters. Thank you so much. Again, Caleb Rhodes with the Arizona Commerce Authority.
Thank you very much, Caleb. So now we're going to turn it over to Allison.
Everyone, my name is Allison Bakovic, and I'm part of the Greater Phoenix Economic Council here in Arizona that's responsible for driving business development, specifically in the areas of the bio and life sciences and healthcare innovation for Oregon. So our motto at GPEC is Greater Phoenix, Greater Together, where we offer a variety of services to help any companies that are looking to expand in the Valley. And so some of these services we can provide are operating cost comparisons against competing markets, giving you regional labor market data, site selection assistance, economic impact analyses, among others. And we like to serve as a collaboration hub to provide interested companies connectivity to key resources like universities, state and local regulatory agencies, among others, and we can also assist with public relations to help support press announcements. So to provide you with a little flavor of the bioecosystem in our region, this is just a small representative map providing a view of a few of our tech accelerator, entrepreneurial innovation, and laboratory incubator spaces in the Valley. We have the Phoenix Bioscience Core, which is a 30-acre urban life sciences hub that is home to more than 20 institutes of research, which include public research universities, Translational Genomics Research Institute, Exact Sciences, and an array of major healthcare systems. The MedTech Accelerator Program is a collaboration between the Mayo Clinic here in Phoenix and Arizona State University's Health Futures Center that provides early-stage medical device and healthcare tech companies with an entrepreneurial curriculum to help accelerate go-to-market strategies. And so Next, we have the Biotech Applied Research Center, which connects entrepreneurs and companies seeking to commercialize healthcare technology, particularly wearable devices, with leading university research teams to bridge that valley of death investment gap. And then lastly, created by our local Gateway Community College, the Center for Entrepreneurial Innovation not only provides flexible incubation spaces for life sciences startups, they also provide guidance and curricula for entrepreneurs to learn business principles and how to commercialize and scale their products successfully. So far, they've supported over 75 startups and have garnered over 177 million in revenue. And overall, you can really just see that there are a variety of tools, programs, and resources available in our Phoenix market that are entrepreneurial focused and aim to help startups successfully commercialize and start generating that revenue. This next slide is just providing you a visual for the entities participating in each of these programs that are either companies already calling Phoenix their life sciences home or are leveraging Phoenix as their launching point through the variety of programs I just mentioned. And so it's really important to note that this ecosystem is very collaborative. And so coming to our market really just means that you're going to quickly get integrated into the community and gain exposure to the various players in the innovative life sciences space here in Phoenix, as well as the major hospital systems and their clinical research and trial networks. And lastly, GPEC led the charge with 25 other public, private, and academic partners as part of a consortium focused on increasing medical device manufacturing in the greater Phoenix region, with a particular focus on artificial intelligence and machine learning. This effort led to the region being awarded a strategic development grant by the US EDA as part of their Tech Hubs program under the CHIPS Act. And so the greater Phoenix region was the only recipient in Arizona and one of 29 recipients in the US. So we are looking forward to really executing our local coordination and planning activities to position our region optimally to receive a Tech Hub designation in the future for medical device manufacturing. And so thank you. We hope you reach out to us with any questions or inquiries you might have. My contact information was on that first slide there, and I'll now turn it over to Dr. Janet Roveda to introduce C2SHIP.
Thank you. My name is Janet Roveda, and you can find my contact information on our website. And when we finalize this slide deck, I'll put my contact information there as well. We are the only NSF National Science Foundation funded industry university collaborative research corporation that in US focusing on digital health. And this is led by the University of Arizona, but we have 5 other universities from 4 other states. You just saw the Dr. Kuyar from North Dakota and with his team. And we also have California, USC, Caltech from those this state. And then from Texas, it's Baylor College of Medicine, and Dr. Bijan Najafi, which is our co-director, is actually today is also attending this meeting. And we also have University of Missouri. So next slide. So what we are doing in this center is we are focusing outside the hospital. But of course, we need to know what can be bring outside the hospital. We're focusing on delivering the care at places where people live outside the hospital space. Okay. So in addition to the 6 universities in the US, since last year, we have been working together with the Holland Institute of Technology, Ecolov, Tel Aviv Soreski Medical Center, and Bezalel. So this is our Israeli partners, and they are also from academic side. And then so we are having the same MOU. So whatever you can get from US this site, you can also working with Israelis, the Israeli academic side. Next slide. Okay, so this relationship started from 2022, and some of you guys, I actually met you guys in person, and this is a team, and we hope we will come back again this year, and we look forward to it. Next slide. So C2SHIP actually put together the effort from government and also academic side, and also very importantly, industry partners. And what we are focusing on is bring the research lab result into the market. So in the middle, as you can see, the technology readiness, this is all C2SHIP sites will work with you to help you out. In particular, what we are doing, two things: help you to strengthen out your prototype and help you to do clinical trials. Next slide. Okay, so here we're looking at our competency, okay? And we work on design stream, data fabric, and prototype testing. Next one. And we build trust, like different thrust, post-hospital care, care at home, and decentralize the clinical trial. Next one. And our value is that if you want to invest into the center, and we have very low indirect cost, it's only 10%. And you have a lot of IP access to enhance your prototype. And then you get engaged with our network. So there's a formula, we say $1 worth actually $33. Next one. So this slide basically summarized our service, the gain. The pain sometimes is really, if you, depends on which stage you are in, we definitely need to invest some of the money into the clinical trials and enhance your development for your prototype. Next one. So these are our voting members, and we are gaining more members. So far, we have 21 members, and these are the voting members. But everyone can join as the associate members as well as actually affiliate members, which we are working with you as well. And then we help you to engage our network. Next one. So one of the benefit is that when you connect with me and you reach out to the network of six different partners and in US, and then here, these are 6 states, and with additional 2 states, Florida and also in actually on the East Coast. Over there, you basically also have Harvard Medical Center. And so we all work together and bring you a network of patients, different ER visits, and also as well as hospitals, their staff members and their physicians. Next slide. So this is the funding situation. So we receive funding majorly from the industry as well as the National Science Foundation and also the state money. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Janet. So now we're going to move on to some Q&A. There were some good questions asked in the chat. Thanks to Omer, most of them were answered. You can refer them. If we have time, we'll go over some of them. And of course, you can contact any of us on the bird side. But I'd be interested to get some more information from both Arizona and North Dakota. I'm imagining that many of our Israeli companies on this webinar are asking a similar question. What kind of funding do you offer? I know Allison mentioned some funding opportunities. So the numbers, I think, would be interesting to know. So that's one. And as a follow-up question, I think we'd be interested to know what are some of the collaborations you already have. And I know part of that was answered by C2SHIP, but what are some existing relationships between Arizona, perhaps North Dakota, with some companies in Israel? So Allison, do you want to start and give some information about that funding mechanism that you mentioned?
Yeah, so it's basically like these programs through those entrepreneurial, innovative, programs all across the Phoenix region. You basically pitch your idea and you apply for the program, and then a lot of times with those entrepreneurial programs, once you get in, you'll make a lot of connections from there where, say there might be some sort of investment enticing, say from the Mayo Clinic or from CEI or what have you. So it's sort of getting your foot in the door into the program. And then from there, showing kind of like that little pilot startup success. And then, you kind of get launched from there. And, like I mentioned it before with Phoenix, that it's very, very a collaborative ecosystem. So like once you meet one person, you're about to meet almost everybody, and it just keeps snowballing. So you'll get a lot of exposure.
And by the way, Alison, is it the same whether regardless? I mean, if you are a US-based company or an Israeli company, I mean, this is the same, the same conditions for both, or are there any restrictions here?
No, there shouldn't be any restrictions that I know of. It's more so just getting some sort of, with a lot of these programs, they might be like a 2-week, stint. And so coming over to, Phoenix for those 2 weeks and immersing into the programs, that would be the requirement here.
Got you.
Thank you. So with regard to North Dakota, Kuyar, maybe you could talk a little bit about the any type of funding mechanisms in North Dakota. And specifically, I was really interested in the senior health consortium that you have there at in North Dakota. And I understood that consortium was open to members from companies in Israel, for example, and there's no cost to join that consortium. Can you talk a little bit about that? And I know there were several questions from Israeli companies focusing on senior health, something Bird is also interested in, senior care. And we'd be interested to see how we could collaborate.
Sure. There are two people here with which can actually address those questions much better than me. One is Richard Glenn, that Commissioner was just introducing, and also Zach Downs, who represents SHIC. They are both here. Richard, can you quickly explain the incentives available here in North Dakota for companies?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, if you could turn on your camera, that would be great.
Turn on my camera. Why? You want to? Okay. Not that good looking. But anyhow, I'm trying to get it turned on, but
It's okay. Maybe just answer the question.
but anyhow, there are a number of programs in North Dakota. I'm going to be as brief as possible. If you have questions, go ahead. Basically, when you aggregate all the incentives available in North Dakota, they come up to about $80 million. And they're divided in approximately 4 different programs. And the basic criteria is that you have a company in North Dakota. Either you can be as a foreign company, or you can come here and establish a company. Now, there's various criteria for each program. I don't think you want me to go into each program and tell you how it works. But if they have questions, they can go ahead and give me a call. We also have something called the Bank of North Dakota. The Bank of North Dakota is not an FDIC bank, meaning it is not controlled by the federal government. What's the significance of that? The significance is they can make loans to companies that normal banks cannot. And the way it works is you get a bank here in North Dakota, you bring your project to them. Let's say you want to build a facility. You want to build a facility in North Dakota, and you don't have the wherewithal of the money or the collateral to build the facility. You get the bank. I'm trying to start my video, but I can't get it to, there it is. Now I'm here, I guess. Nope, now I went off again.
Never
That's
mind.
okay.
You are-
Don't worry.
We hear you
You
loud
get
and
the
clear.
bank.
That's
Let me go
okay.
back. You get the bank to look at it and say, okay, but it's beyond our lending capability. It's beyond the FDIC regulations. Well, what happens is the bank, if they believe it's a good project, will go to the Bank of North Dakota. The Bank of North Dakota will review the project, and then it will guarantee the loan. And you will get the loan at that point in time under whatever terms and conditions that you wish to, that you can negotiate with them. It is a highly effective tool in getting capital and a highly effective tool for creating jobs and facilities here in North Dakota. We also have a number of programs through the federal government. We just received a grant through the federal government, through the DOD, for one company here that's working on handheld detection of handheld contamination devices. They got $11.7 million grant out of the DOD, and that was through the help of our delegation out in DC. We have Senators Hoeven and we have Senator Kramer, plus we have Representative Armstrong, and they are very helpful when you want to apply for government funding out there. We're not as elaborate. In fact, I compliment Allison on that's great. Carol, can you send me a copy of that? Anyhow, presentation you made, I thought it was very interesting and very great. Anyhow, we're not as elaborate as that. If you want to find out about any programs in North Dakota, oh, I should say one other thing, let me digress. Each individual city has what's called a gap fund. The city of Grand Forks has a $500,000 gap fund that for companies coming in and setting up, they can apply for. If they meet the criteria, they can get $500,000 at like 0.005% interest rate for 5 years. We have also the two programs called the PACE program, which is through the Bank in North Dakota, that you can get funding. You can borrow money to set up your company. I'm done. I'm actually taking this down. And again, it's 0.005% interest rate for the life of the loan. And so basically North Dakota has jumped in feet first on the incentive wise, and we have a lot of incentives here. Now, we also work with our two research universities, which is the University of North Dakota and North Dakota State University, which have various programs of their own that we help with. If you wish to have any further information on incentive programs or funding, contact myself, Richard Glenn, at the Bioscience Innovation Association in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I hope I answered your questions.
Yeah,
Thank-
thank you. If we could very shortly, Kuyar, have I think you said it was Zach talk about
yeah, Zach now
yeah,
here. If you could bring him on, he can talk a little bit about Chic. That would be really good.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say real quickly, there's a senior healthcare innovation consortium that I thought would be that I learned a little bit about, and I thought would be of great interest to companies in Israel. And was very well set up in the state of North Dakota with some of your healthcare institutions. Is Zach able to get on?
Zach is here, and he just texted me that he is not able to turn on his camera. If you could make, Zach is here. Okay.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Zach?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't give me an option to turn on my camera, so I'll just go ahead and speak about Chic. But yes, the Senior Healthcare Innovation Consortium was founded in 2021. And it was actually founded by Kuyar. So kudos to Kuyar for starting the great initiative. But we have 128 member companies within Chic. Again, there's no cost.
We lost your voice, Zach.
I think I should be good now.
Okay, good.
It just switched when I got the ability to be a host. So As I was saying, we have 128 member companies within Chic. We're really just dedicated to making a difference within senior healthcare. Obviously, when we look at the United States, the growing senior population in the next 20 years really poses a problem when it comes to the amount of workers that we have within healthcare. So what we're looking to do is really utilize data and technology to make a difference not only to the patient, but also to Medicare here in the United States. So I think when it comes to a partnership with Israeli companies, we're really looking forward to it. I think that's really a tech hub of the world. I know that we do have a scheduled meeting between the Bird Foundation and one of the companies that I work for, Aspire, to really focus on collaboration between Aspire and potentially the Bird Foundation. When it comes to funding for companies, we don't have any funding really guaranteed, but we're always looking to find ways to, again, make a difference within that senior healthcare population. Prior to this work, I was an executive director of an assisted living here in northern Minnesota where I live. So this population's near and dear to my heart. I think as we look forward to, again, the next 20 years, there's a lot of issues that we're having and will continue to have. So I think, again, utilizing the technology that we have right now and trying to propel that into the future is the best option for everyone.
Thank you very much, Zach. And I just want to mention one of the things that we need the most is the ability to connect companies in Israel to these types of companies like Aspire, like some of these healthcare institutions that you were referring to, and making those connections is really invaluable for us. So with that, and I know we don't have a lot of time left, I just want to ask Omer to just highlight very quickly some of these types of projects that we've done already in this particular space. Omer, can you do that quickly?
Okay. You know, my memory is not the best one, but when everything is in front of me, I remember everything. But you're referring to the senior health area, right?
Yeah, maybe the project with somatics and
we had
housing.
we had actually we had something which I remember now is collaboration between a company called Mind You in Israel and
Kosan.
Kosan Group. Yeah, this and the Israeli company actually developed an AI voice platform which allows identifying health issue and psychological status of patients based on the recorded answer to kind of a bot which actually initiate questions to the patient. And they integrated this AI platform within Kosan Group, which provides remote care to senior citizens. And this was actually very successful and provided them new capability which they didn't have before that, and providing them some really a technology which brought them great value, and it was really successful. Kosan Group, I think they were identified as one of the biggest, the increase of the footprint increase was significant, very significant, following this project completion. So this was really impactful.
Thank you, Omer. I know we are now at the end. I want to be respectful of everybody's time. I know there are lots of questions regarding Bird Foundation that we haven't gone over, but please feel free to reach out to any of us. We'll answer any of your questions. I would say the first step, what is, if you wanted to ask, what is the next step? What do I need to do? As far as BERT, it would be contact one of us to see if there's a partnership already or if we can help introduce you. Our upcoming cycle is in March. Omer, do you have any final comments?
I just want to comment that we'll send, this recording, this webinar recording to everybody, and also answer any open question which we didn't have time to address. And feel free to contact us. We'll provide all the contact details of everybody so we can continue this collaboration following the webinar.
Yes, so thank you to everybody. Thank you to our great presenters from the state of Arizona and the state of North Dakota. As a result of this webinar, we want to see bird-funded projects in both of your states. So with that, I wish everybody a good rest of their day. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.